In just a few hours, President Trump will address the rampant crime in our nation's capital as he pushes to make Washington, D.C. safe again. Hundreds of National Guard troops are reportedly preparing to be activated, while FBI agents are already backing up police officers on their patrols. Noah Landini was forced to close his D.C. restaurant because of crime, and Cully Stimson is the former Assistant Attorney General, and they both join me now ahead of the president's press conference at 10 a.m. Eastern Time. Noah, this issue has impacted you personally, so can you describe the level of crime you have seen in Washington, D.C., and how it impacted your business?
I mean, we shut down. You know, the thing is like 10 minutes across the river, we don't have any of these issues. None of them.
Yeah, dive into that a little bit further for us, Noah. Why did you shut down? What actually forced you to make that move? That's a big deal as a business owner. And your restaurants are very successful, so clearly something had to trigger that.
People change their habits. They no longer go into the city. They stay on the other side of the river. They stay in Virginia, where the police are allowed to do their jobs.
Yeah, Cully, you know, you're an expert in crime control and national security, so this issue couldn't be more in your wheelhouse, especially given the fact that we're talking about our nation's capital. I think that most people are going to be listening to whether or not the president activates the National Guard in Washington, D.C. Is that the thing that would make the biggest impact? And what do you think the president should say? What do you think he will announce as he has pledged to stop violent crime in Washington, D.C.?
Look, there's three parts that he has to focus on. The front end, yes, arrest people who are committing crimes. But the middle end is resource the U.S. Attorney's Office, where I used to work, lower the decline to prosecute rate, handle gun cases in federal district court, especially these felons who are all prosecuted in Superior Court, with 1% get a prison sentence. And then on the back end, make sure you put good judges on the Superior Court. If you don't fix all three, the problem's going to remain.
Does the president have the power to do that, or does that fall under his jurisdiction, or does the mayor and the Washington, D.C. council get involved in any of that?
Well, it's both. I mean, the president can certainly, he put Jeanine Pirro in. She's going to be a great prosecutor. She has a great track record. And he can appoint 10 more judges to the vacancies on the Superior Court. But the D.C. City Council treats 20-year-olds as juveniles. And so the D.C. City Council's to blame here. My co-guest here is right. In Maryland and Virginia, the age of responsibility is 14 or below. In D.C., only 16 and 17-year-olds can be charged as adult. That has to change.
Yeah, you know, no way. There are people who have pointed out that crime has decreased since 2023 in Washington, D.C. And they say it in a way that, you know, the city should be waving the victory flag and no more work needs to be done. You're shaking your head. How do you feel about that?
I just love it.
I'm not okay with 99 murders.
Oh, go ahead, Noah, and then Cully, we'll get to you after.
No, I just love how, like, leadership in these cities, like DC as an example, like, what is the long game for, like, ruining your city and then trying to come back at the end of the game at, you know, at the 10-yard line and try to be the hero, you know, after you've already absolutely destroyed it, you know, defund the police, you know, don't put people in jail. I mean, what was it, 1,000 carjackings last year?
Yeah.
DC is a small city. I mean, that's a crazy number. That's a crazy number. Nobody, and who's going to go there? Like I said, people are going to change their habits. They're going to go to Virginia and Maryland because, you know, that's the unique part about DC is, like, you know, you can be anywhere in 10 minutes, Maryland or Virginia. You don't have to be in the city. You know, the commercial real estate's down. People work from home or have just right out moved. Like, they just don't want to be there anymore.
Yeah, it's a great point. And, you know, Cully, on the National Guard front, and we don't know if the president is going to announce that just yet, but it is a possibility. The National Guard, he has control over it, unlike governors in other states. In Washington, D.C., the president has the power to activate them. Muriel Bowser was asked about that yesterday. She says that she doesn't want that to happen and says they're not law enforcement officials, so I'm concerned about that. And I just think that it's not the most effective use of our guard. How do you feel about those comments? Is that true?
Well, I think it's cute now that they're all concerned about the police and the police's safety and the National Guard's safety. The problem is there's 100 murders so far this year, okay? There's 15,456 total crimes this year in the city. I'm not okay with that. Apparently she's okay with that. Yeah, it's come down some, but from what? We had 88 murders in 2012 in this city. And so Noah's correct. I mean, this place is a crime hellhole. Yeah, you can put more cops, National Guard on the street, but if you don't fix the throughput and give the U.S. Attorney's Office, DA investigators, and you don't put good judges, and you don't prosecute gun cases in federal court, you're going to have the same problem over and over and over again. And that's the definition of stupid.
Well, we await the president's remarks at 10 a.m. Eastern time in the press briefing room. He's going to be talking about crime, also the beautification and cleanliness of Washington, D.C., which is going to be welcome news for everyone in the area. Noah Landini, Cully Stimson, thank you both so much for joining us this morning.
Thank you.
You're very welcome.
I'm Steve Doocy.
I'm Brian Kilmeade.
And I'm Ainsley Earhart. And click here to subscribe to the Fox News YouTube page to catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis.